Hey, what's up? What's up, my friends? Welcome back to WW. That means Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Vic Stryzius. Welcome back. So I'm shooting this from a little bit of a different location for you today, and this is $1 Million Idea number 4, my friend. And let me show you where I'm at today. This is actually very, very early in the morning, and this is my view from my little office here today. As you can see, stuff that's going on behind me. I can see pretty far from over here. You know what I'm saying? All right, my friend. So before I get busy doing what I'm going to be doing today here, make sure I get my stuff, make sure you can see me clearly. All right, we got important stuff to talk about today. You know, here's the thing. I want to talk to you about today about this topic that I think is probably the most elegant, most powerful $1 million idea I can ever share with you. Okay, there's a lot of ideas I'm going to be sharing with you in every single episode that I'm putting out for you guys, for my followers, for my subscribers, for those of you guys who are coming back to watch this. By the way, thank you. I hope this stuff brings value for you, right? And so every single episode is designed to give you one idea that can potentially be worth $1 million for you in your business, and allow you to just completely, take your whole life to a whole new level, right? This episode, I'm going to talk to you about how to become extraordinary. Okay, I think it's an appropriate topic. I think everybody wants to be extraordinary, right? Everybody wants to get extraordinary results, and I think if in business there is like 90 as of right now, in the internet marketing space, as I'm a part of in this community, network marketing community, and multi-level marketing, just small business community in general. I think if we look at if we look at this as a whole, right, I think we'll find there is a huge gap between people who are we'll just call them average ordinary successes, right, or average ordinary folks who are getting very little to no results, right? And if statistics say something about like 98% of those people who try to do something in the business world, right, they don't get the results that they want, and about 2% of those entrepreneurs, of those business owners, they get phenomenal results. It's been said something like 2 or 3% of the entire population, right, earns around 97 or 98% of all the money that's being earned in the world. Can you imagine that? Can you believe that? Can you just imagine the gap, right, that's going on out there? And you know what I believe? I believe that everybody, you watching this, every person can be an extraordinary person, right? You know what? In fact, let's talk about this topic called extraordinary, right? Before we, I want to. There's 4 steps. There is a formula. Okay, I'm literally going to lay out a formula for you for how to become extraordinary, and I promise you, if you follow this to the T, right? I promise you. Look me in the eye right here. I promise you, if you follow this to the T, you, my friend, will be extraordinary. Okay, but before we talk about that, let me clarify something. Okay, I think there is a grand fallacy in our community where a lot of people believe wrongly in this concept of being ordinary versus extraordinary. Okay, let me just clarify something right out of the gate, and then we're going to talk about the formula that consists of 4 steps. Okay, if you don't have anything to write down with, I suggest you get something to write with. I think this will really, really serve you. Okay, today's message. When we talk about being an extraordinary, right, I think we have to get something very clear right from the get-go, and that is this. I believe that every human being, you watching this video, you, my friend, are extraordinary. Okay? Every human being is extraordinary. If you live on this planet Earth, okay, if you are watching this video, if you have an ability to breathe, right, if you woke up today, if you can breathe today, if you can drink clean water today, if you can drink, if you can eat, if you can walk this planet Earth, my friend, you are extraordinary. You are an extraordinary human being, my friend, and that's just a fact, okay? I want you to start embracing that and just start seeing yourself as somebody who is already extraordinary, okay? That's one thing. Second thing is, when we talk about ordinary and extraordinary, okay, see, people, humans, right, we have a potential that is just unreal. I mean, no scientist in the world can predict of what you and I are capable of. Okay, so it's not a question of, you know, whether we're capable of doing big things or not in life. Okay, we are all capable of doing phenomenal, mind-blowing, out of this world kind of stuff. Okay, we're humans. Heck, you know, I look at around. You know, I just, you know, I'm on the 55th floor here, and I just look around. You know what's going on around me here, and it's just mind-blowing what humans were able to do in this world. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Okay, now what is the difference between somebody who built that skyscraper that's just, you know, next to me here, or this skyscraper that I'm in right now, and me? Right? What is the difference? There is no difference on the, you know, on a surface level, but there is a little bit of a difference on a deeper level, which we're going to talk about here a little bit later on in this video. Okay, and my friend, these are the principles you can apply in business, in life, in entrepreneurship, in growing your company, in getting your you know, better results. Okay, so every human being is extraordinary. That's just a given. Okay, we can do huge, amazing, unbelievable, phenomenal things. Now, here's the thing: what we're capable of and what we're willing to do, that's where the gap starts to become noticeable. Okay, so results vary. Okay, even though everybody has this unbelievable, you know, unimaginable potential as human beings, our results as human beings, our results as, you know, entrepreneurs, right, our results as business owners vary. Okay, and that's what I want to talk to you about today in this episode, is how do we get extraordinary result in your business? Because you are already extraordinary, but if your results are not extraordinary yet, there is a gap. All right, so let's talk about how to get your results to be extraordinary. Okay, so there's a couple things that that I think is important to understand when we're talking about getting results that are extraordinary. Okay, I think it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter, you know, what country you live in. It doesn't matter what business, you know, field you're in. None of that stuff really matters, I don't believe. Okay, here's what I do believe. I believe the only person responsible for your results is, guess what? Guess who? It's you, right? The only person responsible for my results is who? Is me. Okay, I cannot blame somebody for lack of my results, right? I cannot, you know, I cannot give you know, too much credit to anybody for the, you know, the good results that I get in my business, in my life, right? At the end of the day, right, you are going to be the only person responsible for your results. Okay, we're clear on that? Okay, I think it's important, you know. So how do we get extraordinary results? Okay, I believe there's 4 steps that we need to follow. Okay, and, you know, and we can talk about this stuff for, I mean, heck, people put on, you know, whole workshops around this area, you know, how to get extraordinary results. What I'm going to do is just going to boil this down for you into 4 steps, and you know, and I think if you really focus on it, if you take the next week, okay, between this episode and the next one that's coming out, if you take this next 7 days or so, okay, and just really think about this, just really let it marinate in your head, just really every single day bring this to your attention, and just go over these steps, write them out, right? Go over these steps every single day and have it in front of you, in your mind, in front of your eyes every single day. I think by this time next week, or the next 7 days, or the next week, I think you will find yourself to be having a little bit of a paradigm shift in this area. And I think that, you know, if you continue to do this and you do what I'm going to recommend you do here in a moment, I think you will be, you know, you'll find yourself shifting, and you will find yourself getting results that will be extraordinary results. Okay, so step number 1 is, as cliche as this is going to sound, right? Maybe you heard it 1,000 times. I know I have, okay? But it's the most important first step that you can ever start with, okay? And that is this, is you want to decide exactly what kind of result you want to achieve, okay? So pick an area, whether it's your life, your business, you know, your relationship, your whatever. Okay, whichever area you want to get an extraordinary result in, Okay. You know, if we're going to talk about business, let's just talk about business for now, right? But you can apply these principles to anything out there, okay? So pick an area, decide exactly, be very, 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 very clear, okay, exactly what kind of results you want to get in that particular area. Okay, if you're building your company, how big do you want your company to be? What your income is? How many people are you reaching? How many customers are you getting? What are those customers talking about you, right? How are those customers, you know, what's the relationship between you and those customers? Are they just your customers, or are they just freaking raving fans of yours, right? All of this stuff is important. You got to be very, very clear. Listen, if you cannot paint a picture of the result that you want to get in any, you know, area that you're trying to become extraordinary in, or get extraordinary result in, okay, you don't have this first step taken care of. You got to be crystal clear. You got to see it in front of you. The result you are trying to achieve is step number one. Okay, decide. Decision is the most important thing. A lot of people, they start a business, a lot of people start, you know, doing whatever they want to do, and they're just being too vague. They kind of know what they want, but when you really drill it down, and you start asking them some very, you know, detailed questions, they will not be able to tell you exactly what they want. You know, they say, well, I want to make more money, I want to become wealthy, I want to live happier life, I want to travel more, but that's too vague, man, and it's not gonna carry you through. It's useless. You gotta decide exactly what result you are going to get in a particular area that you're trying to get extraordinary result in. Cool? All right, step number one. Now, step number two, I think, super important. Very, very, very few people understand this, okay? And I want you to pay very close attention, because this can make all the difference between what happens in step one and all the way down to step four, okay? There's only 4 steps, okay? It's very, very easy when you do it the way I'm going to explain it to you, okay? Step number 2 is you got to cancel the noise around you, okay? Cancel the noise around you. What does that mean? Well, it means that you have to cancel the noise around you, my friend. If you're an entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? We get on Facebook, we have, you know, we're subscribing to other marketers' emails. We have our family, we have our relatives, we have our friends, right, trying to pull us into all these different directions as we're trying to focus on the result that we're trying to achieve, right, in the direction we want to go. And we have all this information being thrown at us on a daily basis, consistently, right? We're getting mixed messages from different marketers. One guy is saying, you know what, I'm a millionaire, follow me, I'm going to lead you to the promised land. Another dude is saying, hey, forget that dude, follow me, I'm going to lead you to the promised land, right? I'm a multi-millionaire. Another dude is saying, you know what, I'm making $20,000 a month, I was broke yesterday, and here's my strategies. And these different strategies are conflicting information. You see what I'm saying? Has that ever happened to you? And there is so much noise going on around you, around your head, around your business, around, you know, the direction that you want your business to go, that is just virtually impossible for you to focus. You getting this? Let me know if this stuff makes sense. This is straight up talk, my friend. I don't want to waste your time. I want to give you stuff that will help you get extraordinary results, because you are already extraordinary. Okay, so you've got to cancel the noise around you. Just literally ignore everybody. Okay, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Ignore everybody that's around you. Okay, there's a couple of reasons you want to do that. Number one is so that you can get your head clear. Okay, if you have family, friends, relatives trying to pull you down, trying to tell you, you know, who are you to try to, you know, break through or do whatever, what is that you want to do again, right? And they're trying to make fun of you, whatever. Ignore them. Okay, obviously you can't leave them, you know, if there is your family. But you know, if they're your friends and trying to pull you down and trying to distract you, trying to, you know, discourage you from you achieving your goal, I don't think they're really your friends, because a true friend will never discourage you from you trying to get better, right? So do whatever you got to do to just cancel all the noise around you. You know, I was just actually on a plane last night getting over here. I'm in Las Vegas right now, and I'll tell you what I'm doing here in just a moment. You know, and I see, you know, you've probably seen those Bose noise canceling headphones, right, that people put, you know, in the airplanes, and that just blocks out all the noise. I mean, when you put those things on, man, you hear nothing. I mean, literally, I don't know if you ever tried to put those on, but they're really, really cool things, right? Especially when you travel. You just put them on, you turn on this noise canceling, button, and you're, I mean, all the noise is just out. It's just very, very quiet, right? That's the kind of stuff that you want to do. Step number 2, okay? Very important. Step number 3, my friend, is this. This is also important, okay? Step number 3 is you want to find, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I'm telling you this from experience. I'm telling you this from watching other people go from being nobodies, broke, disgusted, and busted, to rising and becoming industry's leaders very, very quickly. And here's how they did it. Here's how I did it, okay? Instead of focusing on conflicting messages that's going on around you, okay? Here's what you need to do. You want to find 1 to 3, no more than 3, okay? Preferably 1, 2, 3 tops, okay? 1 to 3 people, okay, that are getting the results that you want to achieve in a particular area. If it's in business, find 1 to 3 people, no more than that, okay? No more than that. Very important. Hear me out here. We're not done yet, all right? 1 to 3 people who are getting phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal results in the areas that you want to achieve your results in, okay? Whether it's, building a business, running a business, whatever, right? Relationships, finances, money, whatever, okay? Whatever area that you want to improve and get extraordinary results in, 1 to 3 people. And what I want to do is I want to look at the area I want to improve, right? I want to look at the area I want to achieve extraordinary results in. And I want to ask myself, who is the best? Who is the top person in that area? Who is the top expert in that particular area, in that particular genre, right? That I can model, okay? And so what you do is this. You've canceled out the noise. You know exactly what you want. You find 1 to 3 people who are the top in that particular area, okay? I'll tell you why 1 to 3 in just a moment here. And what you do is you just immerse yourself, okay? You immerse yourself into their way of thinking, my friend, into their way of thinking. Okay, we're not done yet. What I'm talking about here is I'm talking about some very, very deep stuff. And I think, you'll really have to think about this and just really let it marinate in your head to really, really understand this. Conceptually, this is like, okay, man, I got it. Cool. Practically, what are you doing with this? Practically, how are you applying this? Okay? Hear me out. I'm literally giving you $1 million lesson here, my friend. It worked for me. I was able to take myself from living in a ghetto neighborhood to just lifestyle of just extraordinary. I mean, absolutely amazing, mind-blowing. And it's not because I'm somebody special. It's because I followed the same formula that I basically just, condensed for you and explained to you here. Okay? So this is definitely $1 million idea for you, no doubt. Okay? Apply it, test it out. So okay, so here's why you need to here's why 1 to 3. Okay, what I want to do is I want to see who is the best in that area. I want to immerse myself into their way of thinking, because if I can think the way that person thinks, who is getting phenomenal results that I'm after, right? Naturally, I will. When I think like that person thinks, naturally I will be getting the results that that person is getting. Make sense? Okay. Why 1 to 3 is because I want to know if this guy is doing certain things in a certain way, okay? I want to know if the second guy, what he is doing, if it's somewhat similar to what the first guy is doing, okay? And then, I might add another one here, and just to kind of see if what they're doing, if there is a common denominator between them 3, okay? Make sense? Now, here is something very, very important. What I want to do is I want to make sure that the people I'm learning from, the people that I deliberately decided to learn from, I want to make sure that their messages are congruent. I want to make sure that the information I'm getting from these 3 guys or 2 guys or however many you decided to immerse yourself into and learn from, right? That are the best. I want to make sure that the messages I'm getting from them and the strategies are not conflicting. Okay? Why? Because I don't want to get distracted. I don't want my mind to be I don't want to lose or use my my RAM, if we're going to talk computer terms here, just loosely, right? I want to be as focused as possible. I want to put all of my focus and all my energy in the direction that I want to go, and I want to feed that. I want to power that with the information that is congruent between all these people that I'm learning from. Okay, and if it's just one person I'm learning from, great. You know what? Forget everybody else. Forget everything else. Make sure that person is getting phenomenal results. Make sure that it's proven. Make sure it's documented. Make sure they're not some kind of flash in the pan type success. Make sure that they have track record. Make sure that the guy or girl you're learning from. Make sure that they are the top at what they do. Okay, very, very important, my friend. Okay, so you immerse yourself into their way of thinking. You buy their product. Okay, you do whatever you need to do. Find them on YouTube, follow their blog. Get as close to them as possible. Let me give you an example here. The reason I'm in Las Vegas here, okay, is because I'm here for a business mastery workshop with Anthony Robbins. Okay, Tony Robbins. When it comes to business and certain areas in the business, there is some things I want to become, that I want to get extraordinary results in, some of the sub areas within some of the areas in business. Okay, and so I said, who is the best at that? And Tony Robbins happens to be the best, world class, the top guy in some of the areas that I want to get extraordinary results in. Okay, so what I do, I immerse myself for the next 90 days, which is step number 4, okay, is you immerse yourself, intense learning and complete immersion for the next 90 days flat. Okay, I mean, you don't hear anybody else, you don't talk about anything else, you don't distract yourself with any other conflicting ideas or information, nothing. For the next 90 days, you're just being immersed into the information that you're trying to get extraordinary results in. Okay, 90 days, laser focused, no distraction, and I'll tell you what you do after that in just a minute here. Okay, so what I did with Tony Robbins, I'm just telling you from my experience, because I'm not just telling you these from theory, my friend. I'm doing what I'm telling you. Okay, and hopefully, when you're hearing me speak, when you're looking in my eyes, hopefully my passion, my genuineness. Is that even a word? I don't even know. Man, it's too early in the morning. I got to run here, actually. Hopefully, you can feel the realness coming through here. Okay, I don't care what you. I mean, I'm not here to sell you anything. This is not a pre-launch. This is just me trying to make a difference for you in your life. Okay, but what I personally did is I said, Tony Robbins is the best in the area that I want to get extraordinary result in. You know what I did? I went out and I purchased every single product he has ever put out, ever. And I got this huge big box, got delivered to my office just a couple days ago. It's just getting all his products is one thing, but then you know what I said? I said, there is, it just so happened that he had this event coming up. It's a $10,000 workshop, $10,000 to go and learn some of the stuff I'm going to be learning. It's not a big price tag to pay for something that I want to learn. Okay, and obviously just getting started, you might not have $10,000 to learn from some people, and that's okay, right? You can work your way up. What I'm trying to tell you, my friend, is this: total immersion for 90 days. Step number 4. Okay, complete immersion, total focus, and just intense learning in the topic you want to get extraordinary results in 90 days. I'm telling you, test me on this. Okay, test this idea out. What you're gonna find is in 90 days, you will ascend yourself to the level that when you look back over the last 90 days, you will go like, wow, I cannot believe how far I've advanced in this area. Okay, after that, what do? After that, you can allow yourself to get additional information from additional sources in the same area, right? Continued education and continued rubbing shoulders, so to speak, with the best in that area, right? But you're being very, very careful with what kind of messages you're taking in, because the mind is a tricky thing. Okay, it's very, very easy for somebody who knows persuasive, you know, secret language, NLP type stuff to trick us into their way of thinking. Okay, and it might not necessarily be, you know, the right way of thinking. Okay, so I want to be very deliberate. The person I'm going to be learning from, I want to make sure that they are the best when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay, like for example, I can tell you some areas, right? When I was getting started in the business, I said, who is the best that I can learn from? Okay, and just so happened to be that you know, Dan Kennedy is the best guy when it comes to business strategy, okay, business thinking, right, business building, copywriting, all that stuff, business communication, right. His style is, I mean, some people will argue that, you know, he's not the easiest guy to listen to, but I literally wanted to learn from the best. What I did, I purchased every single product the guy ever put out, ever. I immersed myself, okay? I was looking for somebody who, and this is, by the way, this when you do this kind of stuff, there might be opportunities that might come up for you, okay? So you want to be you know, open-minded to opportunities that come up. I was, you know, it became very clear to me that, you know, if I want to build my business on the internet, I will have to be very, very good and understand traffic generation, very, very good, right? I said, who is the best at that stuff? So happened that there was no single person who would teach the traffic stuff. And I said, you know what? I am going to become the best in that area, okay? And I just immersed myself over the last, you know, right now people say, Vic, you know, how are you able to drive, you know, hundreds of thousands of leads in a matter of, you know, weeks to, you know, to any site you want? How are you able to generate so much traffic? How are you, you know, where did you learn about traffic? Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Anybody can do what I learned how to do, okay? Anybody can do, like, if you look at anybody, okay, who is successful at doing whatever they're doing, you can do that. The question is what are you willing to do in that area, okay? How bad do you want it, and what are you going to give in return? So I decided to become, consciously, to become the best at generating traffic, okay? The good news is, listen, I'm not telling you this for any other reason but to say this. You, my friend, can become great, and you can become a role model for somebody else in your life, in your business. You can do this. You can become, you're already an extraordinary human being, and you can get an extraordinary result in any area of your life if you choose to. So again, the 4 steps are: decide exactly what kind of result you want to achieve in what area. It can be multiple areas as well, okay? Number 2 is, we said you need to cancel out the noise around you, okay? Cancel out. So many marketers, so many people are not able to get to step 2, 3, and 4, or steps 3 and 4, is because they have way too much noise around them, and they just constantly, physically cannot focus on what they need to focus on. So step number 2, cancel out the noise. Step number 3, find 1 to 3 people, no more than that, 1 to 3 people who are the best at the particular area you want to get extraordinary result in, and just full immersion for 90 days. Adapt their way of thinking. Get as close to them as possible. Do whatever you got to do to literally put yourself in their shoes, so to speak, okay? It's going to do phenomenal things for you. I cannot even explain how big this is going to be for you, okay? Step number 4 is intense learning and full immersion for 90 days from the person you decided to learn from, okay? And then after that is constant, never-ending improvement with the with additional information that can support what you're learning. Make sense, my friend? This is how you engineer extraordinary results in anything you do. My friend, remember, you can do anything your mind can conceive and believe. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to hopefully inspire you. I'm here to tell you you can do this. Until next time, let me know what you thought of this. If you feel that somebody else might benefit from this, from this episode, feel free to spread the word. Hit like, share, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you. I do want to hear from you. Let me know if this stuff is making sense. By the way, thank you for your feedback. Last time I asked how often you want me to put these out, and you guys said, once a week is good enough because you're getting so much information, right, coming in at you. So we'll be putting these every single week, and we'll just call it WW for Wisdom Wednesday. I appreciate you. Thank you for being my follower. Thank you for being my subscriber. And hopefully I was able to contribute, a little bit of value. In fact, hopefully a lot of value. Today's message is very deep, and just really think about it. Most importantly, put it to the test. I challenge you to test this out. Let me know how it goes for you. Until next time, God bless you. Stay awesome. Have fun. See you next time.